Wednesdays here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group, Common Ground.
Common Ground is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. So joining us now is volunteer Paula Peterson. Paula, nice to have you here.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Cold. Cold.
It is cold, but I expect we'll see colder.
Yeah, and you came in from Waverly today, and your husband drove you in, so thank you for doing that.
Yes, yeah, he just puts up with me a lot.
Well, you never know, on the country roads what it's going to be like.
You really don't. I mean, back in the day I used to work at Creek Carrier, and there were times he at least had to get me to the highway.
Right.
And then I could go from there. But
I'd be the same way. Well,
yeah.
I know we want to talk about the weather and the conditions we've had and how that affects your operation.
It does. We got up a little bit earlier and started going out and doing chores. We've mixed, we work with our Purina rep and have a great relationship, and she's come up with a really good ration for the baby calves that we weaned. When I say baby calves, they're 8-9 months old babies now, so and so we actually got out this morning and made sure they were fed and got good warm food in their tummies before we left.
Yeah. And I know we're talking a little bit about weaning calves. So why do you do that?
Well, it's pretty much they get to a certain point where they've need the extra nutrition that we put them on a full feed, and we're trying to make sure we've got the cows in the best shape because they are pregnant and working on next year's calf crop, and the calves are 500-600 pounds, and they need a lot more nutrition than what they are getting just from mom. So about August we start putting creep feed, which is a mixed ration of different proteins for the calves, so they're still on mom, but they are also transitioning into big boy feed. It's like, as a mom that you get to a point where you start adding solid foods to the to your kids. Right. That's the same thing. We're adding solid foods to the calves' diet, and by the time we wean them at about 8 months, they transition really well into full feed. We've got feed out there, we've got hay out there, water. So yeah, we start doing that, and the moms are working on getting ready to calve in March and April in our operation.
So it's really an important step in raising cattle, isn't it?
It is, and we try to, when we wean, we put all the calves in one pen, and moms still can go around the outside of the pen, so they know the calves okay, and they still have that connection. They still want to nurse the moms more so than the calves at this point. But it's just the next step in raising the cattle.
Good, all right.
Paula, and you're sticking around with a recipe today.
Yep, I have a cherry almond dump cake, 5 ingredients.
You could take that for Thanksgiving in addition to the pumpkin pie.
Oh yeah, and I got a fun little tip with it too.
Oh, I love
good.
that.
All right.
Thank you.